You're tuned in to Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug.
Good morning. Your host Newton Khamasi here. Welcome to the show There Is. We are bold, authentic, and fearless. Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug. Every day, we talk politics. We are in that season, the hot season. And we're not mincing our words. We are talking it as it is. Today's show, we have Chris Khavusi.
Yes.
How have you been, my brother?
I'm okay.
You okay?
Yes.
You're back up in strength?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of things have happened.
Yeah, a lot of them.
A lot of things have happened.
Yes.
First, we can start with the Kenya Secondary Certificate Education.
KCSE.
Yes.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say we've had a tight schedule for our young boys and girls.
Yes.
But at least they've done well. They've tried to cope up after the corona thing. At least we are catching up as a nation.
Yes.
Yeah, people have to also readjust.
Very true.
So they had a tight calendar, but finally they made it. And I've seen a number of our boys and girls doing very well. So I want to say thank you to the ministry and the government of Kenya and the teachers who enabled all this to happen. I know in this country people don't recognize teachers.
Yes.
Yeah, you just see the CS. Sorry.
It's okay.
The CS, coming around, issuing statements.
Yes.
Some funny statements. We were very funny CS for education, huh? It's a very funny man.
He's a professor, man. Don't call him funny, Chris.
No problem.
Yes.
Is he the only professor in this country? Of course not. He's not the only professor. But if he's funny, he's funny. So at least I've tried.
Yes.
You need to give credit where it's due. And he said that was the last time he was giving the results because the next results will be issued by the next regime.
Yes.
So hopefully it will be the Kenya Kwanza regime that will be giving results.
Very definitely.
Yeah. We don't expect the other guys to.
Yes.
So I think that way, and also I'm sure they will advise our boys and girls well. So that because you also notice in Newton when people go to the university, people make wrong decisions when they're picking courses. And that one normally affects your entire life.
Yes.
And partly the unemployment you're seeing in the country is because of wrong advice on which courses to be taken and all that. Yeah, you find somebody is an all-round individual, so you can advise him. Kindly go to pick sciences or go to humanities so that we need good coaches on this matter. But unfortunately we don't have. Everybody cares for only himself and God for us all. But I think we are on that level. We are okay. Yeah, and basically that one cannot just go without mentioning. Mheshimiwa Mwai Kibaki, the president that you're going to be burying very soon, which is on Friday or Saturday, is the founder of free primary education in this. He laid the foundation of free primary education in this country. And remember, he has also a good history of performing very well in school. So he's a scholar, an economist, and all that. So I think partly contributed to the success of the young boys and girls, as much as we had corona, but because the foundation was strong, they performed well.
I tell you.
Yeah.
So to all those kids who performed very well, and those who tried, we wish them nothing but the best in their next phase of life.
Yes.
And we just tell them it is the beginning.
Yeah.
It is not the end. You can be a scholar or you can be a business person.
Yeah.
Let no one dampen your spirits.
Yes.
It just calls for determination and pushing of things.
And
Chris, before we proceed,
yeah.
there's this school called Starehe Boys Center. What is happening?
What is it?
Precious Riruta.
Yes.
Precious blood.
Newton.
What is happening? Where are these giants going to?
No. In life, there are fluctuations.
Yeah. But these fluctuations are so consistent, Chris.
No, there are fluctuations in life. Today you can see Miranda, tomorrow you see Maseno, the following day come again school, the next day you see there's this school in Mombasa, what's the name of this? Shimolatewa. It used to perform well. You see Shimolatewa today, tomorrow you see Garissa High School and all that. So that is what education is. And you see, it should be like that. Yeah, we don't have just be seeing names like, what's the name of this school in Western Kenya? From Mulama County, Kamusinga, and then you have Gulu. No, we have other schools that are performing well. We also national schools, Mangu, Stares, Alliance. I didn't hear Alliance anyway.
No, Alliance was there. Alliance Girls was there.
Alliance
Boys was there, yes.
What about, what's the name of the school? Nairobi School?
Nairobi school, yes, was conspicuously missing.
Yeah. So when the fluctuations. Yeah. You cannot tell me that only those guys have all the bright students in the country. No. No. Today you can make a wrong admission. Because a young boy or girl performed well in high school, during the Alliance High School, but then in the process, he got into wrong company. Yeah. So on the way he dropped, he began to perform poorly and all that. So by the time he's sitting exams, we expected this girl from Kakamega or the Kakuya. We didn't see her. So we also need to go back to
the lady who performed well 4 years ago.
Yeah. The albino girl. I think we need to call Mheshimiwa Maura and ask him what really happened to the girl. Because actually we expected her.
She was nowhere, extremely nowhere.
She was nowhere. So I think we also need to go back. Yeah, we also always need to go back. Because we expect somebody who performed well in class 8 also to perform well at Form 4. If you're the best student, even if you not come number 1, at least you'll be top 10. And even if you're not going to be top 10, at least you need to be top 100 or top 50. Yeah. Because actually, it's believed you are intelligent enough.
Very true.
Yes.
I tell you.
Yeah.
So we tell you guys, keep pushing.
Yeah.
Life doesn't begin and end with KCSE.
Yeah. But also, you remember Mheshimiwa Newton?
Yes.
You're still a Mheshimiwa. You contested.
Honorable Khamasi Newton, yes.
You contested in... You contested and you performed very well. So you try to outwit some guys who are serving here, and they were complaining all around. Oh, Newton is putting a lot of pressure on us here and there. But then the point is this: people who even scored this, there are people who are governors in this country that scored this. Even their papers cannot be traced. Yes. So young boys and girls, don't worry. Believe in yourselves. Focus, and you're going to get somewhere in this country.
I tell you.
Yeah, there's no big deal about it.
Yes, and there's no giving up.
You don't have to.
Be bold.
Yes.
Be authentic in your things.
Yeah.
And everything will be okay.
Yeah. Yes.
We hope to see politicians also from this cohort.
Yeah.
Let them also consider taking political science.
Yeah.
Because that is a place where, as a country, we are lagging behind. Because our leadership is wanting.
Not really. Mwai Kibaki was not a political scientist. I don't think Omolo Kijana was. I don't think Martin Shikuku was. I don't think Tom Mboya was. I don't think Robert Ouko was. And and those names, when you mention those names, there are people who had set standards in matters leadership in this country. Their contributions in this country are known. Their contributions in terms of legal development, that's the development of the law, that's the flow of the house, is known. Having not stepped into a political science class. So what you're saying is, we just need leaders who are focused, leaders who know what they want for this country, leaders who are not into defrauding the nation. Because majority of the people we have in the nation right now as leaders, they are defrauders or fraudsters. Yeah. Have you ever wondered how a nation like Kenya, with all that money, the nation is getting broke, but we are getting richer by day, and unemployment is rising by day. So what is the relationship? Yes. So all those put together, there's a problem. There's a problem in the Republic of Kenya of leadership, but not because there are no good people, but because people just want to steal from us. Yeah. And it's not an issue of education, because when you say political science, that means that all the leaders you've had on earth must have come from that class. No. There is this governor from Nigeria, Lagos, a case study of Lagos, called Babatunde.
Babatunde.
Yeah. Babatunde is Fashola. He came to office in Lagos, and the man put Lagos, the structures, everything. I think it's Fashola State or something like that. The Lagos State. And if you go to Nigeria, when you mention Babatunde, everybody applauds because the guy did well. The guy performed well. And he was a lawyer, not a political scientist. So I think we just need to get to good examples of good leadership in this country, and we just need to follow good people. Yeah.
I tell you.
Yes.
This is Icon Radio. Follow us on our social media handles. That is Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Icon Radio KE. Life is a journey.
Yes.
Take it as it
comes.
As we just map up on that particular issue, we wish all of those guys who performed and who did not perform all the best.
Yes.
Chris,
yes,
we are mourning as a country.
Yeah.
Kenya is mourning.
Yes.
Of an iconic leader.
Yes.
His Excellency, former third president,
Emilio
Stanley Kibaki.
Yes.
May his soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
This man has helped this country. Do you think so?
Yeah, I do.
What are some of the things that we can celebrate him?
Achievements.
Yes.
Number one, he free primary education. When he came to office, established it. The man stabilized the Kenyan economy after 24 years of economy's rule. I remember, I was in school. I was in primary school. I was in primary school partly when Moi was in power and partly when Kibaki came to power. I believe the man had a clear plan on where he wanted to take this country in terms of education. And that's what you've seen the numbers have risen, and every year they're recording big numbers. That is from if you can check from 2002, 2003, 2004, from 2004 onwards, 2003 onwards, the number of people enrolling at high school and even at primary school is always coming up. And that's why you saw there was a project that the government of Kenya and the World Bank wanted. I don't know where it went to, but I think it is a tribute to that, because there's so many people coming to school. So World Bank wanted to construct classrooms, expand the tuition blocks in this country, across the country. Yes, I remember my friend attending those seminars and all that. So I think Mwai Kibaki is the one who laid that foundation. Yes, a strong education, and even the budget, budget allocation on education went up. I think that way there is scored. Then when it comes to matters economy, the man really had an idea where he wanted to take us. You remember he refused things of Arambe in this country. Yeah, he abolished Arambe's contributions and all that. He abolished those things, and the country was doing very well. People were going to school without Arambe's. People could afford life. Yeah, because he had been in the previous regime, that was Moi's regime, and he knew the reason as to why the economy was going down is because Arambes were there. People were stealing from government to go and do Arambes. So what do? You stop Arambes. So he made Arambe illegal. So that one, I think, he exactly had understood the system, and he knew where the problem was. So that way, I think those are two. Then number three, if you look, I have heard all the people who talked about Mwai Kibaki. They said if Mwai Kibaki gave you a department or a ministry to run, he had given you a job.
Very true.
He never used to call people who give so-and-so this tender, give so-and-so this job. He never did those things. Yeah, he only expected results from you. Yeah. I think he understood also, because he had also been there. So he knew people are being called, do this and this. The people who hung around. You remember when Dangote came around?
Yes.
The story that came out, that when he wanted to establish something in this country, the power handlers began to disturb him. What is in for us? Such kind of things.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Mwai Kibaki refused. He said we do not want such kind of a thing. So government, when you're given a ministry, you run it, and you're accountable for your actions, and you'll give account of how you spend government money, what you do with that ministry, what are the targets, what your targets, and such kind of things. And to add on, I think. You saw the finance sector in this country grew. Yes. You saw equity coming up, banks coming up. You get banks coming up. Credit access became very easy. I think the guy just understood what he wanted to do.
He did an amazing job.
Yeah, he did an amazing job.
I tell you.
He did an amazing job.
Again, something just as we celebrate his legacy.
Yes.
As the former president of this country.
Yes.
Yesterday there is something I saw and it really shocked me.
What is it?
If you were to categorically state the people that Mwai Kibaki
endeavored to work with,
endeavor to work with and empowered fully.
Yeah.
What will be your thoughts? But before we delve that, let us just take a short break.
Yeah.
And then we'll be right back.
Thank you.
This is Icon Radio, your home of entertainment.
You're tuned in to Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug.
The show is the Riz. The radio is Icon Radio. We are bold, authentic, and fearless. Chris.
Yes.
The country is mourning.
Yes.
And as we mourn, we have to celebrate our icon.
Yes.
But as we celebrate again,
Yes.
we must talk the facts and the truths.
The way it is.
The way it is.
That's what
Because
icon
we are
does.
truthful, authentic, and fearless.
Yes.
You were mentioning something about Kibaki because this legacy, yes, we have the Thika Road Superhighway, we have the Vision 2030, amazing ideas, free primary education, amazing things.
Liberalization of
the economy, even the banks, because from the point he got in and to the point he was leaving, he had transformed the banking industry. People were able to access facilities. But again, after his tenure, things went down. But again, in these successes, do you think that His Excellency, the late Mwai Kibaki, achieved it without any challenges? Chris.
Of course, Kibaki, as an individual,
Yes.
he did an amazing job. An amazing job. He put Kenya from point A
Yes.
to point B.
Yes.
That is progressively. Yeah. Because you can still put Kenya from point X to Y retrogressively. But progressively, if you look at all sectors, social sector, all the sectors, the guy tried. But there's one place that he failed. Yes. And that place is balancing of this country in terms of opportunities, you get, even the way things were being done. Number one, Mwai Kibaki, actually the reason as to why we had gone to post-election violence, it was because of Mwai Kibaki himself.
But before we go there,
Yeah, it's an attribution, it's a contribution, it's a contribution of things. Yes. Now, before you even get there, there's something called tribalism in this country. As much as Mwai Kibaki endeavored or really liked to work with guys who've gone to school, but he only looked at guys who've gone to school from his backyard.
Does that mean that people from the other regions never went to school?
That is the question we need to ask. Because those are the ones
He needs to tell us, but apparently he's gone. Yes.
But, I saw yesterday, I saw people of his, there are only people from his tribe,
Yes.
whom he gave serious jobs.
Yes.
Look at Waweru of Kare. Look at, what is the name of this guy, CBK? The CBK governor.
The former guy, Kamau something.
Not Kamau. There's a CBK governor. Not Negwa, somebody... Dr. Somebody, he was from his, Mwai Kibaki really worked with, he only made sure that people who are very close to him and who are working plum jobs in government went to his tribe. Even you look at the parastatal chiefs, most of them they were from his tribe. Yes, and these are things that people have to talk about. That we are, as much as we are learning good lessons from Mwai Kibaki, because he was able to do a number of things. Mwai Kibaki. Also, Mwai Kibaki misbehaved when it came to issues of appointment government. He made sure that it's only his people. Look at his government. Number one, we had Mwai Kibaki. Number two, we had Mudi Awuri. Number three, next to him, it was Mudaura, who comes from Mount Kenya region. Then look at the finance minister. Look at, a number of guys. He gave people jobs. Most of the guys he gave plum government jobs.
Yes.
They were from his tribe. So Mwai Kibaki was a tribalist.
We are bold and authentic,
Yes.
Chris.
Mwai Kibaki was a tribalist. That's number one. The tribalism in Mwai Kibaki's government led to the post-election violence. Yes, because the things they were doing in the government that made other Kenyans not to like them, eventually made Kenyans not to vote for him. So Mwai Kibaki had to stick to power. By fire, by force, because actually he lost the election of 2007. Then he had to stick to power, which culminated into what? Into the post-election violence. So in one way or another, the post-election violence was a making of Mwai Kibaki.
And he's supposed to carry the burden.
Let
us say it as it is.
Yes, he has to.
We are celebrating him, but we have to tell him the truth.
Yeah, people lost lives.
And it was so unfortunate.
It was so 1,300 Kenyans lost their lives.
And it should never happen again.
Yes. Over an issue
Yes.
that somebody was just supposed to concede defeat.
Yes.
Yes.
And that is why we are saying, come 2022 August,
Yes.
we have seen our current president so bitter,
Yeah.
Chris.
Yes.
So bitter
Yes.
with one function.
Yes.
With one faction of the political divide.
Yes.
My worries come in.
Yeah.
In case the other side, that is Kenya Kwanza, wins.
Yeah.
We pray that President Uhuru Kenyatta does not interfere in the transition progress.
Yes. Yes.
Because that will be so low of him.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a uniting factor.
Yeah.
And we believe that we learn from history.
Yes.
And we call on our president
Yes.
just to learn from history.
Yes, yes.
Kibaki had a very amazing successes.
Yes.
But there are some shortfalls that happen.
But the shortfall, even Uhuru Kenyatta is a shortfall. Because
Why do you think so?
Uhuru Kenyatta is a shortfall of Kibaki's leadership. It's Kibaki, let me tell you, you know, it's Kibaki who brought in Uhuru Kenyatta. Yes. You remember the God coalition went to court, you know, they protested the Uhuru Kenyatta's election in 2013.
Yes.
And it tells you, it's Kibaki, the way he managed his succession. And if Kibaki was a good man, as it is, as it's being said, he would also have managed a very good succession. Yes. He would also have brought in somebody who would continue with his good work.
His legacy, yes.
Yeah, but look at what he brought us. Yes. Newton, you cannot be a president and you not want to know who is coming in after you. You don't want to care. And a developing nation like Kenya, mostly the outgoing presidents normally play a very big role in who comes in after them. So Mwai Kibaki brought us the mess called Uhuru Kenyatta. You've seen how Uhuru Kenyatta has messed up the economy. I saw yesterday the Equity CEO trying, you know, at the same time praising Kibaki, at the same time praising Uhuru Kenyatta, saying the economy grew. This economy has not grown. During the times of Kibaki, the economy grew 10 times, 10%.
10 times.
Yeah, by 10%.
Tenfold, yes.
Yeah, by 10%. In 2010.
Yes.
Yes, you would feel it. You remember we were in school at that time. You know, we were students at that time, and you know, students, we don't have money.
Yes.
But you know, life was not that hard as it is compared to now.
Yes.
Yes, we would afford a number of things here and there. But now, people have gone to school, they're struggling, people have gone to school, they're working here, people are trying to do business, that thing is happening. So there is, as part of Kibaki's history, he mismanaged the succession. Yes, and he brought us a failure called Uhuru Kenyatta. And that's why the Kenyan economy is struggling. No, Newton, as you know, I know, you know, Icon Radio. Icon is a radio that endeavors in truth. Is it not true?
Very true.
Yes. So when you say these things, you are a Kenyan, and you feel the economy. You've seen so many Kenyans leaving the country, going to the Gulf. Honestly, a country with opportunities like this one, a country with the resources that you can see in Kenya here. How do you allow your people who are supposed to be building the nation, the workforce of the nation, the young blood that's supposed to be working hard for this country, is leaving the nation? You're not worried as a Kenyan president?
You're supposed to be worried.
Yes, and if you're not worried, what does it mean? Whoever brought us, you, is the reason as to why we are suffering. So Kibaki did good things for the economy, then he brought us a failure.
But it was not Kibaki. It was the voters who voted.
No. Now, Newton, you know, let me now tell you something. Elections sieve. They sieve. By the time Uhuru had been propped up, had been propelled by the system. Who was leading the system at that time?
It was Mwai Kibaki.
Remember, Mwai Kibaki made Uhuru Kenyatta finance minister. Just shortly, then him finance minister. Yes, yeah. He was local government. Then he came. Remember, Uhuru Kenyatta came from the opposition.
Yes.
Then he joined Mwai Kibaki for the sake of 2007 election. After joining Mwai Kibaki, Kibaki made him local government minister. Shortly, then you also saw the mess in the Ministry of Local Government when Uhuru Kenyatta came in. He nominated excess councillors across the Republic of Kenya. There was an outcry. When Musalia took over, he had to correct that mess. Yes, after the coalition government. Look at what happened in the Ministry of Finance when Uhuru Kenyatta was president. Yes. The Kaziko Vijana mess came up at that time. During Kibaki's time as president and Uhuru Kenyatta as finance minister, and you know, the finance ministry is always just an inch away from State House. From
State House.
Yes.
Everything that happens at the Ministry
of Finance,
it's from the State House.
Yeah. So it means the failures at Finance Ministry when Uhuru Kenyatta was Minister of Finance. It is the making of Mwai Kibaki.
Yes.
Number two, I don't know if you remember, and God works miracles. During that time, during the times of the coalition government,
Yes.
ODM side of government proposed that let us have another hospital that will reduce pressure on Kenyatta National Hospital.
Yes.
They wanted to do another Johns Hopkins, a replica of Johns Hopkins Hospital in Kenya.
Yes.
And the proposals were, we shall get universities that offer medicine as a course.
Yes.
To contribute to the kitty.
Yes.
Then we shall have NHIF contributing the biggest part of that budget. Do you know what happened? The person who refused,
Yes.
the person who opposed that is none other than Uhuru Kenyatta. God ask Professor Nyang'nyong. Is none other than Uhuru Kenyatta.
Yes.
Surprisingly, Uhuru gets to power and Corona strikes the nation. Look at how God works out things. I'm sure he remembered, and if he doesn't remember, we're reminding him, and we're reminding the nation that it was during Kibaki's time that this mess happened.
During Kibaki's time.
Yes. And no, Newton, you'll always walk in a shadow of your boss or your mentor. Yes. So Uhuru Kenyatta is a shadow of what Mwai Kibaki would have done to us if he was given more time in power. Yeah, because he had only 10 years, so he did the good things first to tell Kenyans that this is what I'm made of. But besides that, all those things. Remember, he cannot just go away. The blood of the 1,300 Kenyans who died during the post-election violence, he will be answerable for that, and that's before the throne of God. That one, we have no powers over that.
Yes.
But Mwai Kibaki will have to respond to that. Number two, to add on that, I think as a community, the Luo community, we've always felt that the death of Amalo Kijana caused this country a lot of problems, and just during the times of Kibaki. I think we during the times of Kibaki as a community, the Luo community actually lost big. Lost big. Losing somebody like Amalo Kijana. Then, after losing Amalo Kijana, they brought us an old man called Mutunga, who was not ambitious, who had no agenda for the community. You know, it was a scheme of the Mount Kenya guys. Because they look at the situation and said, if you give, because the vice presidency thing was supposed to, it was a Western Kenya thing.
Yes.
So they said, if you give to Moses Masika Wetangula, he's still young and intelligent and going to school very well. He's ambitious, he'll be a problem to us. Then they went further and said, if you give to Mukisa Kitui, same thing, very intelligent, ambitious, and young. If you give to Muskari Kombo, it's a solid man, he knows where he can take the community, and he'll be a problem to us. What do? Let us work against, they worked against the Luya community by bringing us Mudiawori. Mudiawori did not live up to the aspirations of the Luya people. Those are facts, Newton. Those are facts. You can be in power, and please don't work against any community that has helped you get to power. Because after that, after Mwai Kibaki working against the Luya community, his problems began. Yes. It is when his problem, you saw the fallout when the death of Amalo Kijana. Then you saw the fallout in the NAC government. You saw Raila moving away with a team, and that is culminated into the violence and all those things. So as everybody praises Mwai Kibaki for doing a number of things here and there, we also need to say there are things that he did not do right. Just like Uhuru Kenyatta is doing so many things wrong. For example, when Moi died, they mounted a very good team. That was a very good team. That was, you could even see a well-coordinated media talk shows just to praise Moi. You get? You even saw the way the funeral was run. I'm not seeing the same with Mwai Kibaki. I am not seeing the same with Mwai Kibaki. I think Uhuru Kenyatta needs to check into this. We've noticed, because actually we are young people that we can see. There's a difference. At that when 2 years ago when Moi died, you could see the way things were being coordinated. You will see the passion. Of Uhuru Kenyatta. You know, Uhuru Kenyatta has had a lot of advantages also. You know, also seeing off your predecessors is also an achievement, my friend, in itself. Seeing your guys off.
But do you want to say that Uhuru has been so unlucky?
Why?
Because he has sent off our two former presidents.
At what age? We are celebrating. You know, let me tell you, when you reach 80 years,
Yes.
towards 90, that's a celebration. You know, people don't get into. You know, you don't have to get. You don't have. You know, Moi Kibaki achieved all the things that he intended to achieve, and I think Moi also that did. You get, and when you reach 90 years,
Yes.
you just begin to bless people. You get, at that time you've lived your years. You've done whatever you wanted to do. You get. I can't say he's unlucky. He's not unlucky. He's a lucky man.
He's a lucky man.
He's a lucky man. There is nothing as beautiful as giving your father a nice send-off. You get?
Very true.
Yes. Yeah, those are respected Kenyans, and Uhuru Kenyatta has had a chance to serve them the last time. You get? And give them a befitting send-off. I think Uhuru Kenyatta should be a lucky president. And you've seen when the boy came to power, you saw the stream of guests that were coming around.
Yes.
Former presidents of other nations. You know, he had to build on that goodwill. But unfortunately, the man did not build on the goodwill. The man began to do some monkey business of corruption here and there and all that. But what I can say is he's managing Kibaki's funeral when
Yes.
not per se to say, it's a low-key thing. And Moi's funeral was a high-key thing. You will even see the way things are being managed.
Yes.
Then you will tell the passion. I don't know, the passion and everything. So I think to that extent, that's what will give Moi Kibaki. And you cannot read Moi Kibaki's history or story without including Uhuru Kenyatta.
You cannot.
You cannot.
You cannot.
They're inseparable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is why we say, Mzee, rest in peace.
Yes.
But from you, we learn
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, a lot of things.
We put the country first.
Yeah.
We don't take advantages of our leadership opportunities.
Yes.
Because I remember Kibaki told us,
Yeah.
when you are given a chance to lead,
Yeah.
that does not entail you to enrich yourself.
Yeah.
But you have to use that opportunity to serve the people
Yes.
that elected you.
Yeah.
And then from there again, we learn
Yeah.
the mistakes the Mzee did. And we pray that in our future endeavors, elections,
Yeah.
we don't have such happenings that happened in 2007.
Yeah, of course.
Because truly, that was
Our lowest moment.
our lowest
Our
moment.
lowest moment.
Lives were lost
Yeah.
because of political power.
Yeah.
Now, political power, you will never go with it in the grave.
You can't.
You leave everything here.
Yeah.
So life is more sacred. And you're telling your listeners, let us release our former president
Yeah.
to rest in eternal peace. This is Icon Radio. We are bold, authentic, and fearless. We are taking a short break and we'll be right back. Don't go away. www.iconradio.co.ke.
You're tuned in to Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug.
Welcome back. The show is The Race, and we are political, bold, authentic, and fearless. As a country, we are mourning, yes, but a country has to keep moving. Chris,
Yes.
Jana Chebukati,
Yes.
he has bowed to pressure
Yes.
and extended the nomination of the deputies for
Yeah.
the governor and the presidents
Yeah.
by 2 weeks,
Yes.
up to 16th.
Yeah.
So, does that mean that the Election Act or the guidelines given are adjustable when pressure comes?
No. There was no pressure. It's a point of desperation.
But why was Chebukati threatening these candidates?
He was not threatening.
He threatened them.
No.
He was so strict. He was so difficult on them. Like, you must provide your running mate. Even some of them started. Ilikuwa moto bwana Chris.
No. Chebukati is just right. And at the same time, that Newton, in this thing,
Yes.
Chebukati is the referee. But as a referee, you must also listen to the players. Yeah. When the captains come around, they tell you, Mr. Referee, we want a number of things adjusted. For example, I want to start from east going to west. The other says me, I want to start from west going to east. Such kind of things. So for the case of Chebukati, it was a bombshell. I know people were not expecting it, especially people from the other side. They are not ready. They are not ready. But I'm impressed. I'm impressed that Chebukati is stamping authority. You saw how he read the statement himself, and he said, Chebukati needs to prepare for the elections. Yeah. If anything goes wrong from day one, in terms of delays, and it's a lot of delays. I think Chebukati will be liable, personally liable for and you will see politicians talking about Chebukati and every day. The same politicians that you see today saying, "Oh, give us more time, give us do this and this." They will be making noise when they begin their official campaigning. They will start saying, "Oh, Chebukati has done this. Chebukati is not doing this." It's them who are delaying. But I think Chebukati was also telling something to the country. Yes, and we've always said here. There are people in this election who are not prepared for it, and they'll be all over crying and going to court when they are not ready for this election. For example, the people from the Azimio wing, they are the ones who ran to Chebukati very helter-skelter. Mheshimiwa, kindly extend this thing for us because they're not ready. Because I saw guys from the Kenya Kwanza, they are composed, seemingly. They even want that election to happen next month. Yes. Why and how, I don't know. Because actually...
But again, Chris, what I'm asking is this.
Yes.
With this particular thing of Chebukati making 28th of April a do or die thing.
Yeah.
It made men cry.
Yes.
They feebled.
Yes.
They went to anniversary towers requesting for an extension, Vara.
Yes.
Hey! This thing of the running mate is becoming hot.
As the guys who ran to Chebukati, I would have said, it is not Kenya Kwanza.
It is Azimio.
It is Azimio. And you see, how many candidates do you have for president?
Because in Azimio?
No, in the whole republic.
We have many, but we have two.
People who have expressed interest in the presidency. It's not only two.
Yes.
There are several. But we talk about two who are the serious ones.
Yes. The others are escorters.
Yeah, escorters, as usual. So I think those others had no problem. And even everybody has no problem. The only group that has a problem with this thing, it is a group called Azimio. They are not ready for the election. Yes. They want to play some monkey. And I said here on this show, they want Kalonzo Musyoka to do that, saying Kalonzo cannot deputy. So Kalonzo has given them his demands. That without, and Kambas have said, which is where Kalonzo comes from, and which is where Kalonzo commands most of his support. So they have started very clear. If you're not giving us the running mate position, we're not interested. So I'm wondering why they were not able to submit Kalonzo Musyoka's name as the running mate Raila Odinga, because you already know Raila is the what? Is the flag bearer. We're wondering why they're not ready to submit Kalonzo's name. Why are they still into a lot of boardroom things? Yeah. I wish the Azimio guys were here to respond to some of these questions.
Yes.
So I think there's a problem with that coalition. Yes. And we said here, when you find a coalition is being chaired by an outgoing president, just know there's a lot of problems. And
big problems.
J.B. Muturi, the Speaker of the National Assembly, said he has never seen in any functioning democracy globally where the opposition joins government and the president of that country joins the opposition. So it's opposition and the government running the government.
And the funny thing, the president is chairing the opposition.
The opposition.
He's the chairman of the Azimio Coalition Party.
Yeah. Some funny things called councils, council, what and all that, which we don't know what it means. But we are telling Kenyans, be careful. Even Mwai Kibaki, a man who has a good CV, and we've read it here. Yes, everybody, Kibaki also elevated, we've only talked about free primary education. He also elevated the secondary education. Yes. He also brought in the internet thing, all those things. Yes. But there's also one thing that he did. The social space, the political space. People to say what they want, people to do what they want politically, people to join which party they want to do. During the times of Mwai Kibaki, there was no much pressure on politicians and all that. And like during the times of Moi, where you could not say what you want and all that. It's where the repeal of Section 2A. Mwai Kibaki managed his succession well. Look at the transition well. Not succession, whoever he brought in, the transition, the way he transited. Even if he was supporting Uhuru Kenyatta, he did it underground. People didn't know. It was after Uhuru Kenyatta came to power that guys noticed
that Kibaki was supporting.
Yeah.
But this man right now is becoming so open. Yes. Supporting the Azimio faction.
Yes. So in other words,
but again, Chris, as we look at that, this running mate issue. Yeah. Do you think Azimio are ready to name a running mate? And what are the options for them?
Number one, Are they ready or not? They are not.
Not ready.
They know the consequences. One, they know the consequences. They say if you have intentions,
Yes.
you lose direction. Yes. So they have intention. They want to shortchange people.
Yes.
You know, it's a group, it's a gang of people who like shortchanging others.
Others.
No honesty at all.
Yes.
They don't believe in any honesty. To them, honesty is not there.
It's not an option.
Yeah. Their word is not even a currency. You know, Newton, there are ages when you reach 60 years, what you say should be law.
Very true.
Yes, what you say should just be law.
Yes.
Now, there's new guys, they've been lying to people left, right, and center. Now, there's this somewhere, they've lied to Kalonzo Musyoka, you can be running mate. He's not going to be. And that he cannot be. They've told Peter Kennedy they're going to be, he cannot be. They've told Mother Karua, now they're walking around Mother Karua, making her believe that she can be running mate. And make sure that she doesn't even think twice. You know, she has also to think about, if I'm not going to be the running mate, what am I going to be? Let me go back to Kirinyaga and contest.
Yes.
Now, they're not doing that. You get?
Yes.
From reliable sources, they want to impose none other than Gideon Kipsiele Moi as the running mate of one called Raila Amolo Odinga. And you see these things happening. and that's why you saw, you know, they were holding One Kenya Alliance during the times of Musalia in One Kenya Alliance. They wanted One Kenya Alliance to be a booster of Azimio so that Gideon Moi can be brought on board as the deputy president. But now, Musalia Mudavadi, as interior as he is, he noticed those things.
Yes.
And he told them, you cannot play monkey business to me on me twice. Because remember, they played monkey business on Musalia Mudavadi 2 and 2. The same system. Yes. They lied to him. They gave him the vice president position. So they began to know. Musalia lost even his parliamentary seat.
Actually.
And he has learned the lessons. In 2013.
Painful lessons.
Yeah, in 2013. They played the same monkey business on him. They lied to him, he can be president. The Mwai Kibaki that you see here today, people are eulogizing Mwai Kibaki as a good man. Mwai Kibaki lied to Musalia Mudavadi that you're going to make you president. And you're going to help you get presidents. At the last minute, they dumped Musalia Mudavadi. They put Jeremiah Kioni on him. Even it is purported, I'm not sure. They say Jeremiah Kioni don't vote for Musalia.
Your own running mate.
Yeah, he's not voting for you. So the issues of running mate in all the coalitions, I think one, Kenya Kwanza is organized. Yeah, they have a number of guys, and I think they've already settled on whoever is going to be the running mate.
They've already settled.
They've already settled because the people who can, you know, one, for you to be a running mate, you must be a president.
Yes.
Yeah, you must be a presidential candidate. And so when you look at Kenya Kwanza, guys who can be president and guys who can be, as in, it's a presidency thing.
Yes.
People with stature. People who have the appeal, the country appeal, people who command regions, people who have the face of stability in the Republic, or who can bring stability in the Republic of Kenya. I think Kenya Kwanza is more organized because when you look at William Ruto, he's a presidential material, but he cannot be a deputy president because he already served 2 terms as deputy president as per the constitution. When you look at JB Muturi, he's an organized man, stable in mind, calm, can lead a nation. When you look at Musalia Mudavadi, he's organized. I think those are the only guys who can be deputy president in Kenya Kwanza Alliance. And the outdoor grill that you see, the grill that you see in Azimio is not in Kenya Kwanza. So it puts Azimio in a as I'm going to say a quandary now.
Quandary.
Yeah.
But again, Chris, as we talk about the running mate, Kenya Kwanza, who is most fit?
For deputy president.
Yes, in Kenya Kwanza. We have Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi.
Yes.
We have Justin Muturi.
Yes.
We have Professor Kindiki Kithure.
No, that don't know.
Then we have Rigathi Gachagua.
No, those ones no.
Why are you being so categorical on that?
No. Rigathi Gachagua is so temperamental.
He cannot be.
He can't be. Rigathi Gachagua comes from Muranga or Nyeri.
Muranga.
He's so temperamental. The guy is so temperamental. He can't be running mate.
Is it Muranga or Nyeri? He comes from Nyeri, actually.
I think he comes from Nyeri.
Nyeri, yes.
Nyeri. We are going to bury a president in Nyeri. We cannot take president back to Nyeri. We are going to bury a president in where? In Nyeri.
What about Kithure Kindiki?
No, he's not. How many votes is he bringing on board?
He has not even campaigned.
Yes.
The last time I checked, he was busy signing small political parties.
He can be a good lawyer for
he can be the attorney general, right?
Yes, yeah.
I think he can make a very good one.
No. Let him just contest, then he be given Speaker Senate or Speaker National Assembly. No, not even really. No.
You don't have to contest to be given.
No, not even really. But what I'm saying is, he still to be around. He needs some time to be around so that he can be checked.
Yes.
He must be cross-checked to see if he can do some national assignments. But he's a good lawyer. He has gone to school very well. That one you cannot take it away from him. And he can argue out his points very well. But things to do with the deputy president, no. No.
What about Justin Muturi?
At least him, he has that stability.
Because something really that attracts me to this man.
Yes.
During his speech during the NDC,
Yes.
this man said,
Yeah.
how do we have 70% of the population
Yes.
sitting and being handled with one ministry?
Yes.
And he said, if I get power, I will dismantle that ministry and ensure that every ministry is youth-centric.
Yes.
Do you think this man represents the ideas of the young people?
No.
Because where I sit, I see youth are safer with Justin Muturi as the deputy president.
I have said here time and again.
Yes.
I have said here time and again.
Yes.
If you look at the history of Justin Muturi and look at the history of Mike Kibaki,
Yes.
it's similar. And that's why it's
There are guys who use brains.
yeah. One,
They don't use force.
Yes, they're very intelligent guys. The two. Mike Kibaki was a very intelligent guy. You know his story. He went to Mangwa School, he got straight S. He went to Makerere, got everything. He went to London School of Economics, got everything right. So Justin Muturi, the same thing. He's one man who came from a poor background, rose up, fought hard. You heard him say that his sister had to cede, had to step down so that him gets a chance to go to school.
Yes.
Yes, so he has a good story and he understands what Kenyans are going through. And the man he speaks so passionately about the young people. You get? So I know he's a father and when you look at him,
Yes.
he's not short-tempered. He's not temperamental the way Rigathi and Dania. He's not. He's a stable man in mind. You get?
Yes.
You know, Newton, look at the demeanor of one called Mike Kibaki. He's a cool man. You get? You know, a president needs a cool man. You cannot have a deputy. You know, Ruto is outspoken.
Yes.
You cannot give him another outspoken deputy. The country will burn. You cannot give Rigathi Gachagua as a deputy.
Yes.
No, you need somebody who is cool. So that when he says this, no, that's not how the countries run.
And then again, DP Ruto requires the international acceptance.
Yes.
And I think Justin Muturi has the most
Yeah. That's
the biggest international network.
Yes.
Considering that he has been traversing this country,
Yeah,
he has been appointed to the integrity bodies of this this world.
Yeah.
And I think he brings a lot of strength
Yeah.
in Justin Muturi's
have
he has been doing campaigns as well.
Yeah.
Because you see, we have to also appreciate that
Yeah.
this is a man who has run a campaign independently.
Yes, that man, I have spoken so well about that man here.
Yes.
Not because I even don't know him.
Yes.
But I had him give a speech when he was launching his bid.
Yes.
And I said, this is a good man. You know, we can tell
He can make a good one.
Yeah, we can tell a good man.
Yes.
Just from a distance.
Exactly.
The way he speaks, the way he conducts his things and all that.
What about Musalia?
He's a good man. He's a cool guy.
Yes.
He's a cool guy.
Yes.
He has experience. Remember, the country is in trouble in terms of economic management. That's finance. Our finance ministry needs a total transformation. So we need somebody in government who also understands how to go about these issues.
Very true.
Yes, because remember, he has been saying we need to reschedule our loans.
Yes.
We need to make Kenyans breathe economically,
Yes.
so that we can resume paying of the loans. You know, he has been talking about certain issues.
Yes.
He asked a question. Will Kenyans eat the roads that are being constructed?
No.
You know, Newton, we need an intelligent president or an intelligent deputy. So Muturi and Musalia, the guys we can trust. The guys that can be trusted. For example, listen, why did you go for an SGR that is low in standards, lower than Tanzania and Ethiopia? When in the region, we're the leading economically.
And we are the hub.
Yes, we are the economic hub of the region. Why? It means you have useless leaders. Simple. This is how you do things.
You're not mincing your word, Chris.
You simply hold back.
Yes.
And send the intelligence to cross-check those guys. What are they doing?
And who did for them?
Yeah. No, what are they doing, number one? So you wait for them to do their work. After doing, we do the best. And at what cost? You get?
So these guys like TZ noticed we have done shoddy job.
Yeah.
So and they decided.
They're ahead
And then
of us.
Uganda also saw we have done a shoddy job.
Yeah.
And then they decided to go out.
That's what that it means. The intelligence is working more than our intelligence.
I tell you.
Yes. Let me tell you something as we wind up.
Yes.
Do you know how the US works? The CIA works. those guys, they spy on nations. And how do they do their work? When Kenya begins to say, we want to do a nuclear energy thing, electricity thing and all that, this is how they do it. The number one, they will check, do you have the requisite manpower? How do you have you trained the guys? And if they notice that guys that you've trained very well, and you've gone to school very well, and you're the powerhouse of that thing, they come and buy them out. So that's why Kenya has been stagnating. Nobody has talked about it. Why? Because we have some funny leaders who don't even think. Number two, look at the Uhuru Kenyatta spoke about a very powerful thing, that we're going to establish a medical research center to manufacture vaccines. The first one in the continent. What happens? An institution that has been manufacturing vaccines and see what from US comes and does what? Is it PFISA or what?
Yes.
Comes and establishes here. What does it mean? It wants to overshadow the plans that the country has what? Has. And you know what they'll do? They will buy all the scientists that are involved in that thing. That you'll see so many Cambridge guys crossing over to that company.
I tell you.
They'll go to US. So we need to be guys who think. We need to have thinkers in terms of leadership. And so for that reason, I think JB Muturi fits the bill.
Fits the bill.
Yeah.
And what we are saying is, there's a narrative that is being said in Kenya Kwanza.
Yeah.
Number 2 goes to number 1.
Yeah.
Number 3 goes to number 2.
Yes.
And the hierarchy goes that way.
Yes.
And I believe these two gentlemen are young, energetic, and they think straight for this country. We wish them all the best as they pick their running mates. But what you're saying from Icon Radio, maintain peace. Let politics not divide us.
Stability.
We're bold, authentic, and fearless. The show has been The Race. My guest has been called Chris.
Yes.
Tune in next time. Don't miss out. We're here to make you make the right decisions. This has been Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug. www.iconradio.co.ke.
You're tuned in to Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug.